waiting. It's waiting again. I did it before. We're doing it again. Oh, there you are! Yay! Okay, I'm turning the Facebook volume down. All right. Thank the Lord.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Half of you is backlit though.
Yeah, that's because I have a halo around me.
Yeah. You're the brown Jesus.
What's happening?
Not much. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so happy to see your face.
It's crazy times, yeah. Sunny, never thought. Actually, I was talking to my parents and my grandparents, and even in my grandparents' life, nothing of this sort has happened in the world.
Yeah, I know. And I know how patriotic your family is and how involved your family is in protecting the country, or used to. Yeah. So this must be something, it's something new for them. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because right now my chacha is still serving. My father retired a couple of years ago. And they're all, they're like, to protect the country from other things like in the army that you train for. Whatever you train for, you still know the procedure. But this thing is new. Like the whole world doesn't know what the procedure is. And everybody's learning as we go, like from social distancing to masks to so many things that have just happened in the last 2-3 weeks. And but it's a strange world now. And our kids growing up now will always have a different memory of their childhood because we never had these memories. Can you imagine?
No, they're going to grow up the biggest germaphobes ever.
I guess. I think the world's changed now. Even after when this thing, hopefully when it ends soon, I think all of us will be more particular about washing hands, about hand sanitizing your hands, going out, what to eat, what not to eat, what to touch, what not to touch, because now the awareness is different, right? Because you never want this to happen again.
No, not at all. Can we do like a minute of talking trash on Corona? How much do you hate it?
Hate it a lot. I can't tell you, like, as much as I love being indoors, because that's just a blessing in disguise, but the fact that I can't travel to my parents, the fact that I can't see the kids and Nisha, the fact that our freedom is taken away because of coronavirus, it's crazy. You know how active I am. I'm always out playing basketball or doing some adventures, riding my bike, traveling, working, going. This is the time when we go to London to Kai's grandparents. Can't do anything, man. But what I also what I don't like, after you were in a situation, if you don't react to it positively, I don't like it. So the fact that people on that first Sunday after clapping went down and they were all together and celebrating, and that I can't wrap my head around it. I can't imagine that after all of us stood in solidarity and applauded the people who are fighting for us in the services, medical services, and the ones who were delivering the coughs and everything, then people went down in different parts of the country and they came together and they bajao dhol and they danced and saying, "Wow, we have won." No, I mean, that is just, I can't even tell you how crazy that is.
I know. I'm not in agreement of all that either. I thought that it was pretty crazy that everybody started going back outside, and then I started noticing over the last few days after also is more people were on the street, more people were out. Last night there were lots of people out buying groceries because my husband Daniel has to go take the dog for a walk, and he said there was probably 100 people on the street, and that's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
I know.
Here's the other thing. When you're clapping on your balconies, you're saying that we are in it together, and 10 minutes later you go to the grocery shop and you panic buy and you don't leave anything else for the others. What is that about?
Yeah, I was bad. I was panic buying. But there were still lots of things left, though. There were tons of things left. But I actually started not panic buying. I started stocking up on things weeks before the lockdown, in
Really?
fear of a lockdown, because I have this crazy fear in my head that, you know, my children won't have food to eat. I'm fine with starving, but, you know, for them, I think that it's very difficult. They should feel no need for anything, and they're so small. So, you know.
Here's the thing.
Um,
So when survival kicks in as a parent, you know, you only think about your kids. So if this was a situation where I was single, or if we didn't have Kai, I'd not be worried as much as I am now.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It's a totally different world. You can't even tell. My friends, the ones that who don't have kids, they're like almost like saying, "Hey, if we're working from home, it's like a vacation, chilling and all that, watching movies." And I'm like, I'm just worried. I don't go out. I don't do anything, so that I don't get this back home to my daughter, or especially with people with old parents. Yeah, it's just not. It's scary.
Yeah, it is really scary. So what's the first thing you're gonna do once the lockdown's done?
The first thing. Should I be honest or should I give you a romantic answer?
No. I want honesty.
You know me,
and then
right?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Huh?
You know me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do one trip. I'm gonna get my daughter out. I'm gonna hold her, go down. First, pick up a cappuccino for myself. And then go to a place where Kai can run around, and there should be some swings, and she can run, and we can just play. And honestly, with that and cappuccino, that'll be the first thing that I would do, because we've been stuck here, and you know, I wanted to be on the swing. I wanted to hang. We want to do some crazy things. Just be maybe around the sea somewhere, one of these parks, and that's the first actual physical place that we can go to. But otherwise, in the broader thing, if things go really well, and if I can take her to meet her grandparents, because now I'm realizing that her nana nani and dada dadi both, you know, we're so like everybody's old, yeah. So I want her to spend more and more time with them. So maybe then we'll go to. I'll try to get my parents and my in-laws together and spend some time together, man.
Yeah.
But just right off the thing.
I wanted. Huh?
Just right off the thing, a cappuccino, a place to run around, and maybe shoot some hoops and ride a bike, which can happen just in and around where I live. But that will be something that I'll do on the day when it's. But here's the thing: if the lockdown ends now on the 15th or the 16th, 14th, right? This is not what I'm going to do on the 15th, because I am not going to get out till the time there is no danger. So if they say, okay, it's out for 3 days, you can go out, but then come back, I'm still not going out. So this is the eventual getting out of the house.
Yeah, slow, gradual. I can't wait for schools to open up, because the morning that I get to drop my kids off at school this house is going to be silent. It's like complete silence. There's no one saying, "Mama, mama, mama, mama." And right now, at this very second, Noah and Asher are screaming at each other from their cribs, making animal noises because they don't want to sleep. Yeah, so that's what's going on in my house right now. I can hear them in the background screaming at each other.
Wow.
Okay, so I want to do our first challenge, which is you have 30 seconds to run around that gigantic room that you're in right now and find something to cover your face, your nose, and your mouth. It's evacuation time. We have to leave. You cannot have the mask, the surgical mask, and you can't get gloves. You have to find something to cover your hands and your nose and your mouth, and you have 30 seconds to do it and come back.
But honestly, I just want to tell you something, that I have like great gear all around. I have a, you know, I ride bikes, so I always wear those things, like those bandana things and all that.
Okay.
Does that count?
Anything. Just, you know, if it's funnier.
Real masks,
I put a diaper on my head the other day. That's an example.
except for real masks and
You can use a real mask or real gloves.
surgical mask and the real gloves.
Yeah, the surgical mask.
Okay,
Ready?
how much time?
One.
Wait.
30 seconds.
How much time do we have? How much
30
time do we have?
seconds.
Okay.
30
first of all,
seconds.
right off the bat, I'm going to use my socks.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Hey, Sunny, where are you? Oh my God. Oh wow.
I'm in. That's good. There you go. You look pro. I just have to cut holes here, and I'm good to go too.
Listen, yours is so innovative because you can still like, you don't suffocate in there, do you?
No, and I can keep people away too. I just booty bump them from the side.
Yeah.
And keep the
And somebody can
mosquitoes
give
away
you
too.
food through that. And somebody can give you food. This could be a quarantine thing.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna put my kids in. Like, you know that Bubble Boy movie?
Okay, maybe I can learn from you. Maybe I can learn from you.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hi.
Hi. Now all we have to do is just walk around like this. So if we had to go to the store, we could just walk around in our bubble.
Oh man, that's tough. Don't
Don't break Kai's tent.
Yeah, I think I'm good with this.
Yeah. Yep. You're good. And everybody will know to keep distance because there's, you know, a few feet in the back there.
Yeah, automatic distance is there.
That's
What else? So I think both of us did well on that challenge.
Yeah. That was good. The socks are a great idea.
Yeah. I'm going to wear them again because I love wearing sneakers. I wear sneakers at home also, you know, once a day at least, even to work out, or just to get that feeling that, you know, we're still alive.
That you're normal?
Yeah, that I'm normal.
Are you working out right now? Are you taking a break?
So this
I saw some workout stuff.
Yeah, but I'm trying to work out without any equipment because not everybody in the world has equipment at home, right? So some people are privileged. Some people have gym equipment and stuff at home. What I'm trying to do is, I also made a video about it, that you can do many exercises, many body parts without any equipment. So, and that's good because you can do it anywhere. So I'm using like I use like, you know, you can take a bag, and in the bag you can put lots of books and it becomes a weight. So like a kettlebell, you can do many things with that.
You use what?
Take a bag, put lots of heavy books in it, depending on what weight, and then you can do many weighted kettlebell exercises with that bag. Then I get Kai to sit on me. She loves it. So she sits on my back and I do push-ups.
Oh, that's good.
Then
You just have, when you need to increase, you just have Priyanka sit on you.
Yeah. Metaphorically, she's always on my head, but the other thing Priyanka and I did yesterday, there is this, there's a video, like many videos. So there's a Zumba, African dance Zumba video, and you just follow it for like half an hour, and they do many different things, and it's you sweat, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Daniel and I can walk around our building like through the parking lots and out around it, and it's enclosed. So we did our workout outside pushing strollers today.
Oh, nice.
Lovely. Yeah.
I actually I hang a bed sheet from that door. You put a knot, you shut the door, and that bed sheet. Then you can do inverted rows. You can pull yourself like a
Oh,
TRX
that's
band.
cool.
Yeah, like a TRX band.
That is cool. Okay, do you have any weird talents?
I have many weird talents. I think my talent is being weird. But here's the thing. I throw knives. You know, I throw knives. You remember that? And I
Yeah.
So
Can
I've
you
been throwing
teach
knives
me
at home.
one of your talents that's not including knives?
Or bow and arrow. Okay, I have to teach you?
Yeah.
I have to teach you a straight. Okay, you know, I can show you what I did with my time at home.
Okay.
And let's see if you like it, and if you get that kind of time, but you won't because you have 3 kids. So I'm gonna now travel with you guys.
All right.
So I
like
love
to travel.
sneakers. You know, I love sneakers, and I also love superheroes, and I have lots of these different things that I keep collecting from my trip whenever I go for a sporting event or something. So I had lots of these shoe boxes and all of this, and I cut it up, and I wanted to do this for a long time, and I haven't shown anybody, but here it goes. Boom.
Ooh.
I made this whole wall.
That's cool. You made a collage out of the boxes.
Boxes and some posters that I'd collected. And
nice.
And if you get closer to it, then you see an Iron Man, you see Bugs Bunny in a Batman suit, you see my collaboration when I had a sneaker deal, Felix, RV, you have a piece of me, which is Disrupt. I know that you've also worn and supported. Then you have many players, my favorite players like Stephen Curry, Michael Jordan is all over. So a lot of different things, and I made this, and it took me like 2 full days because I had to cut these things out, stick them and all of that, and just plan it. But that's that.
That's
I don't
really
think
cool.
it's a talent, but it's weird. I don't know if it's weird.
No, it's not weird at all. It looks super cool. That is a great way to show your daughter how to recycle, how to use old things to make something amazing. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Then what else? I have. Okay, I'm gonna put you back in this stand that I've made myself. So by the way, you know, you don't have tripods. Everybody doesn't have tripods and stuff like that, and you always want to do these videos. So this is how phone. There's a tissue box, and a tap of this tissue box like that.
Oh, that's good. Do you want to see our setup? Here it is. It's on children's toys, Matchbox box. Matchbox car.
She's dyslexic.
I'm dyslexic. Sorry. I'm using that.
Yeah.
I do have a stand. It's here. Do you know the problem with these stands? Hello, if you are watching, this was an amazing gift from TikTok. But the problem is this thing. Why didn't they make this way? Whose phone sits in this spot? Nobody's phone now sits in this spot. So then I have to turn the whole thing over like this. I broke. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna fix it. Sorry. And you know, you have to turn it around in some weird way and then it'll stay. So then today I said, forget about it.
Listen,
Are you ready to play? Yeah, I do. That's all I do. I now cook and clean. That.
Are you a good cook? Daniel, you cook well?
Am I a good cook?
Amazing cook.
He's such a nice husband, especially right after the anniversary. What else do you expect out of me?
No, listen.
No, I am a good cook.
I would tell the truth. If she was a shitty cook, I would say she's a shitty cook. I don't care. But she's actually a good cook.
That's Daniel.
I'm really good at breakfast. I'm bad at everything else because I have a weird fear So I burn everything on purpose because I like to make sure everything's cooked, but then nothing tastes good.
Talking about weird, we should get Daniel on and ask him his weird things. He's like, the reason he burns food is so that all the bacteria and the germs die. That's the reason.
Yeah, no, that was part of my wedding vows because every time he would cook, he'd burn the food. So part of my wedding vows was I will still love you even though you burn the food. Yeah, it was crazy. Are you ready to play horse?
I'm ready to play horse.
No,
I
good question.
Do you get any time to watch any content? Is that something that you look forward to by the end of the day after putting the kids to sleep?
Yeah, that's why when you and Priyanka called yesterday, it was dark. We were watching Ozark.
Oh, nice. The new season that's come out?
Season 3. I think it's almost done. And then I'm going to be sad. And then we watched Jack Ryan. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Jack Ryan's more like an action, Bollywood action film where it's not as intense as other stuff. But it's fun to watch, yeah. I've seen Jack Ryan. I finished Money Heist. Again, Bollywood.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You were talking about weird? You want to see a weird guy with weird things? Like this guy called Tiger King. You seen Tiger King on Netflix?
No?
Man.
Okay,
So
Daniel just said we need to watch it.
People in America who own big cats like lions and tigers and like leopards and stuff like that. It's about those kind of people, and it's true. Like everything is shot. It's real guys. It's crazy, man, and how weird these people are. It's a bizarre world out there.
Yeah, I believe it. I wonder if those cats right now are hungry.
Okay, I'm going to set up the ring because I don't like to damage my door. That's why you can see that I put that little bit of cloth there because the ring is going to go there. And then I'm going to push the camera back a little bit and we'll do this up. Okay,
all right. Good. I'm in big trouble. Do you know what? My son is still not sleeping, guys. Both of them are awake. They are being crazy. All right, you gotta move it, Weber. Okay, guys. Rannvijay loves basketball, so we are gonna play a game called Horse, and we played this season of Splitsvilla. Every time we would get a minute, we'd all play basketball together. And
we try, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good.
You were really good, yeah? Okay, tell me, can you see it?
Yep.
And can you see it on this also? Can you see it here on the Facebook one? Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm copying you, right?
This is the ring. Right there, okay. What I need you to do is, Sunny, are you going for the first shot?
No, you go first.
Okay. How far back can you go away from the ring?
Far? How many feet do you want?
5?
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you're gonna pull your phone back a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, so this is S. If I get it and you don't get it, then you become an H.
Okay. I told you we had to move.
Ready? Ready?
Don't say F word. Okay. Wait, you can't see my guy.
You know how you said don't say the F word, but what I want to say is I want to see some effort.
Ha ha ha. Good one.
So bad, so bad. Ready?
Yeah. Did you get it in?
Your turn. It went in, yes. Swoosh. And
Okay.
underarm. You can throw it underarm.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Oh, you got it. You got it. Your turn. Your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Around the same space. Oh, I didn't get it. Now what?
You didn't, but the thing is, my wing is so up there, but I'm going to try it. Yeah, that was nothing.
Yeah, didn't
Okay,
work.
my turn.
Your turn.
My turn. But here's the thing. You got to jump, turn around in the air, and dunk the ball.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Did you get it in?
There was a glitch. There was a glitch. The Wi-Fi didn't work. I'm going to try it again.
Oh. You didn't get it in. Now you got it. Okay, my turn.
Hey.
Okay.
Actually,
Mine's slower, but you know, here I go. Dribble, dribble, dribble. I got it.
Yeah, but your slow-mo camera is very good because I actually saw you turn it.
My slow motion.
Okay. Let's try a no-look one.
Okay.
So you stand with your back towards the ring.
Okay. Did it go in? No? Oh, okay. Daniel said no. Again? Should we try that one again?
Okay, let's try it again.
Okay.
Ready? Way off. Mine's way off. Ooh, close. Okay.
Now what? We both suck.
Yeah. We're going to go behind the back. Like that. Okay?
Okay.
Let's take 3 glances each.
How many? 3 tries? 4 tries?
Okay.
5? 6?
You can take 5. Behind the back.
Oh, I tried.
Oh. That was fun.
Okay. Here we go. I hit my butt. Okay. Oh, that was close. Okay, that was 3. This is 4. I got it.
So let's instead of playing horse, let's play hen.
I got it in less tries than you. Does that give you an H?
Yeah, it gives me an H. So I'm H and you're H, but it's HEN. Let's just play hen because I don't think we're good enough for horse.
Yeah.
So both of us H. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Next.
Yep.
We did it.
Oh, God.
Like American football, under the legs.
I have to do
That's
it?
pretty bad.
Yeah,
I think you'll be able to do it because the ring is lower. Yeah. I think I'm going to become a hen.
Oh, no. So close.
Oh, thank God. Sunny,
Yeah.
you got a bat or some kind of a toy that you can hit the ball with?
I do. I'm in the children's room. Of course I do. It's yellow though. It's small.
Yeah. So you got to do this, right? You can do this, right?
Yeah?
Okay. We can take 3 tries. Let's see who gets it, okay? I'm going to take my 3 first.
Okay.
Ooh! That's a negative, sister. turn.
It went in?
Nope.
Oh, it didn't? Okay.
It didn't.
Okay. Oh, I gotta hit that harder.
You gotta hit it harder.
No. My aim is a little off, so I think if I go this way a little, it'll be fine. This is hard, but you know, it's like you gotta get it. No, it's not happening.
I'm gonna take 2 more
Uh-huh.
shots.
Okay.
Ooh, close, close, close. Nah.
Maybe if I move closer. No. Did you get it? No?
Yeah. In.
You got it?
I got it now, but you can take another 2 chances. Okay, that's
Okay.
last.
Okay, last. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was so close.
Here's another thing. Whoever becomes the hen is gonna do the chicken dance because you become.
All
the
right,
hen.
I can do. Okay, I'm HE now, right?
Yeah, you're HE, I'm H.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. This cannot be in slow motion.
Okay.
You have to do it running. So you come running, you take it underneath your one leg, and then you put it in the basket. You can dunk it or whatever.
Okay.
But you can't do it in like slow motion, stand and do it. It has to be running.
Okay.
Cool?
All right. Cool.
So like this.
You got
Come
it in?
on. Yes, always.
Bleh.
Lomas, you have a slow motion of that or not?
Shut it. Okay, here we go.
Oh yes. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Your turn.
Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah, invent
Okay.
a song. Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna try backwards again.
Okay. My turn.
Something.
Oh!
You got it in?
If it looks like that, yes.
Did it go in? Yeah?
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm 10. So I have to do the chicken dance?
Yes, I'll do it with you.
All right. Ready? Go.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Oh my God, so
Oh
stupid.
my God. Okay.
Okay, one last thing.
Listen.
Will you
Yeah.
play your one last challenge with me? It's the funny
Okay,
dance
anything.
challenge.
Do we have some music for it?
I mean, you pick your favorite song, I'll pick my favorite song.
No, you play a song, I'll dance with it.
Okay. So I'm going to copy you first, and then you're going to copy me.
Okay.
20, 30 seconds. I'm going to copy you first.
Okay. Okay.
Did you pick a song? Do I pick a song? Not this. Add.
Play educational games.
It's a papaya song. Is it going to play?
Ready?
No, this song sucks. Hold on. Hold on. Banana? Yeah.
Ready?
I'm going to copy you first. Go.
Okay.
Oh my God. All right, let's see. There's another one. That can't be copyrighted, right? Let's see. That's banana. Papaya. I
We
know.
should be doing
Welcome
this
to my
generally
world.
also.
The what?
We should be doing this.
The chicken dance? This one?
Oh man.
Thank you for dancing with me. Are you hot?
Thank
It's hot.
you for
You
making me
remember
dance.
how out of shape you are.
No, this is it's hot in this room, man.
Yeah, it's hot
It
in
is
this one
hot.
too. It's hot outside. Well, I want to
Yeah,
thank you so
it
much
is hot,
for
but-
coming on and joining me.
That's it? I don't want to go.
You want more? What do you got?
I want to ask you some questions. I want to ask you some questions. You know me, when you work with me, the one thing that you have a problem with is that I talk more.
Yeah.
The toughest part.
I don't have a problem with it. Most of the time it's funny and I like it. Just
Yeah.
sometimes I
The
need to get a
toughest-
word in.
The toughest part of the lockdown for you.
I think it's just not having enough time in the day to do everything that needs to get done, which is cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and schoolwork and making sure that they're entertained. You can't just, they're so young, I can't turn the TV on and just leave them in front of a movie.
Yeah.
So it's not that the work is hard, it's just that there's just not enough time. And by the time it's time for them to go to bed, I am exhausted. So, and now I spend my 90 minutes of, their nap time, which I'm very happy about because I get to see my friends doing this. So then it's like no downtime.
Okay, so no downtime. So my next question is a little futile then, but I'll still ask you that one skill and one talent or a hobby that you always had, but because of your busy schedule and your kids, you never had the time to do it, but now in the lockdown, you're looking forward to spending some time doing it.
Yeah, I paint. So there's one painting that I'm working on, and I haven't worked on it in a few days because I've been busy. And then I also do this like intricate crystal work, and I make gigantic paintings out of it. So it's all done by crystals.
I also see that you have tried to still continue to work, including this this live chat, lots of Starstruck by Sunny videos and all of that. How are you motivating yourself to be at home but still work? Keeping the ball rolling.
I think this was something that we all I went to the team and I said, look, since we can't work, we can't go to set, we can't do anything, why don't we just start a chat and call our friends and see if they want to do it? And you're the first person I messaged.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I go, if there's anybody that will, be there, I was going to hope it was going to be you. And you're here, so thank you. And I thought that if at least on social media we're speaking to people and talking to them, it's not equating to money, but it is equating to staying sane, justification for paying, the employees that we have, since they are working now, where before they weren't working at all. So it's kind of like lit a fire under everybody's bum, and
Nice.
everybody's now working and has motivation to just get up and figure out what to do. What's the question for today was, what's the challenge that we're going to do with Rannvijay? So at least it's getting them to work, and justification for me to pay them.
Any creative ways to give to other influencers, kids who look up to you? What should they do? Should they make videos on fitness, and what should they do? Anything motivational for kids who look up to you?
I do think that it's a really amazing time right now where everybody is on social media. It's kind of our only outlet to do different things, or maybe be really creative. And you really can't go wrong, I think, with Instagram, as long as you're not hurting somebody, physically or emotionally. You're not hurting them. But if you're creative and you want to create like new videos, or you have ideas you're afraid to, it's the perfect time to try anything out.
This is exactly what I was thinking, that for a lot of creators, it's a level playing field now. It's not like the ones who have more budget, they go abroad and they do vlogs. Now everybody's confined to their own space. Now it depends on the creativity. If you're into fitness, make fitness videos. If you're into creating sketches and art like yourself, make videos about that. If you can do anything creative, music. So I'm pretty excited about Daniel getting this time to concentrate more on his music. Is he doing that?
Yes, he is. He has a live show tonight, which is should be great. So I hope a lot of people tune in to watch, because he's very good. I have started, like, my own children's music band is happening. I sent you the photo.
Yeah.
One child has a guitar and singing. The other one is playing the drums. And Nisha has a flute and she sings as well. I got them together for one photo. I'll have to try it again today, see if they'll play for us.
Amazing. Really good to talk to you. Looking forward to chatting with you again. And I think everybody who's at home, every dark cloud has a silver lining. Of course, it's a tough time. Everybody should stay indoors. Social distancing should be maintained, wearing masks and everything. But the silver lining is that you have time. And if you don't utilize this time now, then what's the excuse, right?
Yeah. And the nice thing is we can't even go out and spend money anyways. So we're all stuck at home and trying to figure out what we can do. So read, learn, and everybody out there should be safe and follow the rules, and we'll get through this together.
So the one thing that I can only tell you, and you know how crazy I'm about sneakers. The last sneaker that I bought was first or 2nd of March, because I was already on the roadie journey. And then somebody gifted me sneakers on my birthday, which was 16th of March, which is the last day, and I came back home on 17th. And since then, I haven't bought a single sneaker, which is like a big deal, because I'm passionate about them. But I can understand that in today's time, what's important is to, like you said, a lot of people who depend on us for their families and stuff like that, they should all get paid. And I know for a fact that so many people who work for you, they're all happy, because they're still feeding their families and protecting them. And I think that's all we can do, and everybody should do their bit. Yeah, so it's good. But I'm missing. So once work starts again, and I might go and buy a sneaker also. Yeah, that's another thing that I'd like to do.
You should. You deserve it.
All right, guys.
Well,
thanks, Sunny.
I wanted to thank you so much for coming on Locked Up with Sunny. I really appreciate it. Had so much fun. And have a nice day with your family and Kai and Priyanka. And I will see you guys soon.
Be safe, guys. Bye. Bye. Love to the kids.
Bye.
Say bye to Daniel.
Bye, Facebook. Yeah.
Bye, Lomas. Bye, Sunny.
Bye, Lomas.
Okay,
bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.
End.
All right, guys, that was Locked Up with Sunny. Thank you, Rannvijay, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Insta. Thank you, TikTok. I love you guys. Bye.